just for as you've been building up and growing as a fighter and everything, is there anybody in particular that definitely inspired you to kind of become who you are now?
I would say my ex, like the fire that really inspired me, I would say Daniel Cormier,
I love
because
DC.
everybody was making fun of him because he was short. He was he was like the body didn't seem like the perfect ideal.
Mhm.
And next thing he let everybody think that he was not capable of, or everybody thinking that his wrestling wasn't good enough or anything else. And then he showed the best passion and determination of showcasing what he's about. And next thing, even though he had his falls, we know, but the bigger picture is that when they did doubt him, he prevailed. And that's the one thing I took out of him is the doubt so you can prevail. And that is the mental. And I say, and that's the one thing that I realized I had to focus so much on was the mental. And that's even like could be like my second favorite because he doesn't when he smash you, it's not about I'm overwhelming you with my wrestling. It's I'm overwhelming with my mental. I'm
Mhm.
looking you right in your eyes. I'm in your ear telling you it's not your time. It's no point in you getting up. Let it go. I deserve this. It's okay. I deserve this. And that's what's the best part about that is that they accept it and they have to go on their day hearing that same voice over and over again. And that's why a lot of people don't want to fight somebody like that because I have to
Exactly.
make it into existence.
Exactly. I still remember the fight between Habib and Michael Johnson. He's just on top, smashing him and everything. He's just telling him, give up, give up. You know, I deserve this. You know, I deserve this. That's why Habib is one of my top favorite fighters, too, just because his willpower, how mentally durable he is. Like, even against
Mhm.
all the shit talking with Conor McGregor and all that stuff, he still just went full throttle. And then he was one of the first guys, too, to rock Conor like that. It was such an insane experience. And I love DC too. That was a very good analogy because I remember watching that same whole like topic with people constantly doubting him because he didn't fit the normal narrative of uh you have to be full rip, six pack, looking jacked all the way. Like they're gonna skepticize whether or not you're on steroids or not, shit like that. Unless you look
Mhm.
like that, then you're not gonna be anything. And then he went on to become the second ever two division champion. He defeated Alexander Gustafsson. He fought, I mean, honestly, he went war with John Jones, regardless of what the end result was. He did phenomenal against John Jones. He took out Derek fucking Lewis, and that dude's a tank. He knocks you out, and you're
Yes.
gonna see next week, guaranteed. And the fact that he dominated him too, it definitely shows how people underestimated his wrestling, his full background, and then his just sheer willness to win and to persevere regardless of the odds.
Yes. And that is the most beautiful story you can have in war.
Exactly.
And that's even like they say you fail, but you still win. And that's why I feel like in this trial and tribulations, I feel like Leonidas and 300. That even though it's only few of us, it's only like a select few that believes in me. But with that, I am so much powerful in front of all the naysayers and all the people that doubt me. So you can be the Persians and I can be the Spartans. But at the end of the day, even with my death on the battlefield, it's still my glory and it's still the win. Because you had at the end of that, you would say, he had persevered through my doubts. That man really took feats and leaps through this war. And that would lasts longer than any win that you get because I had to fight for my life. And then I was that, and when it came to that defeat, it wasn't a mere defeat. It was a mirror that I would have to show respect to this man that took me through that trial.
Hmm.
And that's what I bring. I bring that vibe, I bring that energy. I want you to feel that. Because a lot of people think this is a gimmick, but this was a forgotten man, myth, legend that was silenced for so long. And now his voice can be heard on a whole different platform, a whole different arena, a whole different coliseum, a whole different network that now I know I will never be forgotten. I will be remembered and sketched into the history of not just fighting, but this world.